Hello, everyone. My name is Otis Williams, and I'm the director of the St. Louis Development Corporation, and we like to thank you all for coming out and want to make sure that you are able to touch base with some of the key organizations that we have here this evening. So to kick this off, we were very excited back in June of 2016 when the Record of Decision was finalized and we were named as the selected site for the retention of the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency. And so with that, we looked forward to a transformational opportunity that we have here on the north side. And so thus far, there are 3 projects that have been ongoing. One is the city getting the site ready. We've been working on that, and you can see that activity ongoing right now, and you'll get a chance to get an update from the folks around the tables here tonight. But essentially, we've had a great success. We've had over 15 contracts let on that first part, and we're excited that we've had over 47% of those contracts go to minority businesses, over 42% to go to women businesses. And we are on this last major contract with Kolb Grading. The workforce numbers are just outstanding. We've been working in partnership with our sister agency, the St. Louis Agency on Training and Employment. I see Dr. Prince is here. We're always excited when we see her because we know it's got a lot of energy around someplace. So, but we've been working with them, and we have met all of our goals, both from an apprenticeship, from people who are living in the city, women goals, and which is maybe one of the first times where we've exceeded it to the extent that we have on this particular project. So we're very happy about that. The second project that we're talking about is where the design build by the Army Corps of Engineers and the NGA oversight will take place. And so we have the Corps here. I see Stephanie Hall, who's a program manager for the Corps, is here. And you'll get to find out more about that. And then the one project that overlays it all, which is Project Connect, which is why we're here tonight. Project Connect is, in fact, the one that looks at how to connect the people that live in this neighborhood, in this region, with all of the plans that have been, that we've had over the past, but the ones that we're currently putting together, and be able to talk to all of the potential development projects that are working in the area. I see representatives of Northside Regeneration is here, but we also see a number of other potential developers that are working in the area. And so this is a way to try and pull it all together. But one of the things and why we're having this particular event is to get feedback from you as you go around. Be sure and make your pleasures known to folks around the table so we can take that. This is the event where we can get feedback from you. So, but to kick it off and get started first, we're very happy to have some great guests with us tonight. So I'm going to start off, though, with the mayor of the city of St. Louis, Mayor Lyda Krewson.
Good evening. How are you all tonight? Come on, good evening. There we go. Thank you. Well, first of all, let me just begin by saying that St. Louis is really still celebrating the fact that the NGA decided to stay here in St. Louis, so we are so thrilled about that. Thank you. And we're not going to stop celebrating that. We're going to celebrate it every time we come together because it's such a great opportunity for our community and a great opportunity for our city to retain jobs and to also have this almost $2 billion construction project. So we're very thrilled about that. But tonight we're really here, and you see around the room MoDOT, Alice Prince is here with Slate, our neighborhood stabilization team is here. I know the health department is here. We brought together, there's the health department waving right there. So we've brought together a lot of services and a lot of information for you so that you can get your questions answered, and also so that we can hear from you. So we want the input from you, and we also want to be able to make sure that we can answer your questions. So thanks to all of you for coming out tonight I know that maybe some of you have been to a number of these meetings along the way, but we think that this is really a very worthwhile process that we've embarked on here, and we're thrilled to bring together all the departments and the services in order to be able to hear from you and answer your questions. So with that, I'm going to turn this back over to Otis Williams, who By the way, if I could just take 1 second and give a big shout out to Otis Williams on his work on this project over a long time. So thank you all for being here tonight. I'm really thrilled to be here with you. Thanks.
Thanks, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor, very much. So our next invited guest, and we are really privileged to have him here, is the director of NGA. I mean, that whole organization, the NGA, is the director, Robert Cadillo.
Thank you, Otis. Look, I'm thrilled to be here. It was 18 months ago that I had the privilege of identifying our new home in your neighborhood, and it was a privilege to do so. But I'll tell you, since June of last year, the excitement that we had then has just continued to grow, and it grows here tonight. So it's a privilege to be with you here tonight. It's our intent to sustain the conversation, to keep the connection growing between us. And while I was quite sure about that decision some 18 months ago, I'm even more sure about it tonight, and let me tell you why. First and foremost, you just heard some of it, the commitment of this city, of this state, of this region to our agency and to our mission has been outstanding. The progress that the city has made to clear the land for construction, to prepare the property to be transferred to the federal government has just been extraordinary. Mayor Cruson, you rightfully recognize Otis, but you and the entire team, Representative Lacey Clay, Senator Blunt, the entire enterprise has been more than helpful and has been tireless in their work. Now, second, I've been humbled by the sacrifice and support of you. We realize that when we move into a neighborhood like this, it has consequences. And we appreciate, and I've spoken with some of you here tonight, who have had to experience that. And so we know that there's some cost to us to coming into a neighborhood like this. But we appreciate the way the neighborhood has rallied, has offered opportunities for us to engage and to increase our connection. And please know that we intend to return your support back to you. And that we want you to have pride in our facility, in our campus, and in our agency. And third, I'm more and more struck by St. Louis's strong and growing presence as a leading hub in technology and innovation. Organizations, institutions across the regions have opened their doors to the possibilities and the opportunities that lie ahead. T-Rex, Cortex, Launch Code, St. Louis University, WashU, just to name a few. And let me assure you that the NGA team is equally committed to our promise to be a contributing partner to the future of this neighborhood, this city, and this region. And let me update you on our progress. So the Corps of Engineers has selected 3 design teams to compete for the contract to design and build the next NGA campus. The request for proposal will be issued to those teams in late January, and the selection of a firm should be made in September of 2018. Now, we're also fully committed to being good neighbors. We've solicited your ideas about how the campus should look, how we should best connect with you in the neighborhood, and we'll show you the design once it's ready. We have identified an outreach coordinator, Quentin Bateman. Quentin is here tonight to work with you on your ideas and to share ours. We will design and build a campus that we think you'll be proud of. We want it to fit well within the local landscape. While we must meet certain security requirements, we will aim to be as open and as welcoming as we can, and your voice matters. In addition to building our facilities to be more accessible, NGA is committed to connect with industry and academic partners. So we're excited by initiatives like Launch Code that was created by St. Louis native Jim McKelvey. NGA is partnering with Launch Code now to find local skilled talent to add to our team. And the first 8 employees hired through that program have just been hired through that program. They're all from St. Louis. They'll begin work developing software for us in January of next year. We're also actively engaged with local universities to expand our involvement in geospatial research and curriculum development and other programs to meet emerging needs. 1 year ago, we awarded a multi-year contract to Missouri University to deliver a data science program that's beginning to show great promise by providing cutting-edge analytic training to my current workforce. And finally, and appropriately, here in a middle school, we're increasing our K-12 outreach to better inspire and equip students with the skills to be the next generation of NGA's workforce. At the heart of this outreach is an emphasis on science, technology, math, geospatial information systems, and geographic literacy. Now, given that we plan to open the campus in 2024, our interns that summer are in 7th grade today. And let's not wait till then to meet one another. So in closing, thank you for your support tonight and tomorrow for the remarkable way you've welcomed us to the neighborhood, and you've demonstrated your commitment to provide us with your ideas about how we could be the best neighbors. This campus will help protect this nation into the next century. We want you to, and need you to be part of that, and we're excited to be linked up with you. Thank you all very much.
So thank you, Mayor Krewson and Director Cadillo. We certainly appreciate you all taking time to be here. The NGA has been a great partner to the city, and we are very happy that they're here tonight and will continue to be a part of the St. Louis community, and we'll continue to work with them. We're fortunate that we've had 4 public meetings thus far. Each of them has been a bit different. The first one was pretty exciting. Those who attended the first one can remember what it was like. Okay. And then the subsequent 2, 3, and 4 have all been engaging, where we've learned a lot of information, which is very good. Tonight is another opportunity with a different group of folk for us to learn more about that and for you to interact with. So I'm going to tell you who's here and what they are about and where they're located in the room, generally. I think some folks moved in a different direction than my map shows. So the first is the Project Connect table, which is being led by our new Project Connect manager, Jay Watson. So Jay, wherever you are, raise your hand, come out. He's over in the corner by the clock. Okay. All right, Jay and his team can help you understand the various physical, social, and policy activities that are underway in the 8 neighborhoods of Project Connect. The Citizen Service Bureau and your neighborhood stabilization team are here to help you with anything related to your neighborhood directly, like problem properties or other neighborhood issues. And where are you guys at? They're right here. There we go. Then we have, maybe not next, but close by, we have the N2W table. That's the, there they are, waving over there. Where NGA and their partner and education team can help answer your questions about what NGA does and how their education program works. And the Army Corps of Engineer team is with them to answer questions about the NGA site development process and timeline once the site is transferred to the federal government next year. If you're interested in what's happening on the site today, the city's site preparation team is right next to them. And they have a video over there. They can show you using drone technology what it actually looks like today. Then we have, I think I skipped over them, but didn't mean to. This is the USGIF, who is helping NGA build their future workforce. They have started a St. Louis area working group to provide access to education and workforce development to support this region, and are looking for ideas on how to best get your youth interested in STEM and GIS education. The Promise Zone and Choice neighborhoods, I think, is off to my right. They're looking to work to empower the community with tools to build the future for the North St. Louis site and invest resources in multiple scales to bring about a change. And so this whole thing is to try and get people to help bring about change here. On the physical improvements that are planned for the neighborhoods, the interchange upgrades, and the state-sponsored streets such as Cass and Jefferson, we have the MoDOT team is here to show how, specifically they're here about the interchange, but we can talk about other things there as well. The MoDOT team is here to show how those improvements will benefit you. Bi-State and Metro is here. They're currently evaluating the transit services with their Metro Reimagine initiative and are looking for feedback on what changes would best help this community. So Jessica is over there waving her hand. Good. East-West Gateway South-Side Study Consultant is working on a corridor study for potential light rail through the neighborhood. And so I've already talked to somebody who wants to provide input to that. So the folks are there waving their hands. Okay, and there are 3 efforts focused on making the city more bikeable, which includes Great Rivers Greenway, their Shoto Greenway competition, TrailNet's vision plan, and St. Louis Bike Share. So please ask questions and provide input at each table so these projects can get well informed about your needs and desires. And so where's Gateway Greening and Shoto's Greenway, Great Rivers Greenway? See Mark? Okay, great. Okay. TrailNet and St. Louis Bike Share. Okay, St. Louis Bike Share is over here. Great. We've also invited city services, and I mentioned one of the, I'm going to have her stand because she's a rock star. So Dr. Alice Prince with Slate. So she's the lady with her team. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you need jobs or you know somebody that needs jobs, you talk to Alice and all of her folk about that. Okay, and at this point I have to also, while I give Alice all her prompts, I have to also talk about my team, the folks at St. Louis Development Corporation, and they're all over in the corner over there too, so the folks that are in compliance. There's also the City of St. Louis Health Department. All right, great. And this is to help you access resources for your health, traumatic stress, at-risk youth, and can provide updates on the Clemens House cleanup. And those are the folks that can provide that for you. And the folks from CDA, from the Community Development Administration. And did I see them? Oh, there they are over there. Okay. And so they can provide information about Healthy Home Repair Program. And if you're looking to make improvements on your home, you need to talk to the folks at the Community Development Administration. So there are several SLDC folks here, folks on business development, minority compliance, and acquisition of LRA properties. They're all in the room. So at this point, we're going to stop and allow you to sort of interact around the room, ask questions. If you see some of the folks that I pointed out, please be sure and stop by and say hello. Or if you see folks that are with me, ask questions as well. So thanks, everyone. Thanks all the folks on the team here for helping us out.